Hello you guys! So this is part 2 of my makeup room tour where this is all of my palettes. So I already did like all of my skincare and my 2 top drawers that have like all the stuff that I use a lot. And then this is all of my palettes. So I'm just gonna hop right in and we'll start with this one. This is my newest one. This literally was just on the top. I have a pile of eyeshadow palettes right here next to me onto the floor because I just dropped them all. I was trying to take a picture with all of them and it totally didn't work out. This one, oh, and I'm also gonna rank all of them too. So this one is my favorite one right now. Probably partially because it's new, but this is like a really good new palette from Manny. Like this is probably my favorite one by him so far, besides the Nude Prism, because Nude Prism, I really like that one too, because that one is actually more usable for every day. I'm going to do a couple of the mattes too. And I like these ones because look at those shimmers. Aren't they pretty? Oh my goodness. And the mattes are super soft, creamy, buttery, all the good stuff. So I'm going to try to swatch not every single shadow in all of the palettes that I go through, but you know, at least a few so you can see, you know, what's going on with them. But this one is Moonshroom. I love this one. This one I've had out on the top for a while. This here is an Ofra palette. This one is the Boho palette. This I want to say I got in a BoxyCharm. No, I didn't get it in the BoxyCharm. Well, I got it through the drop shop for BoxyCharm. I got this because it was on sale for like 18 bucks. And I had been wanting this highlighter for the longest time. And once I saw it in the drop shop, I was like, okay, yeah, need that. So, how about we put some on? I'm gonna look crazy by the end of this, but that's okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, that highlighter is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Ooh. And that's Rodeo Drive. I like this one because see from the front, there's not like a white cast or anything. But then when you turn, there's just like the best glow ever. Anyway, so I do really like this palette. Would I have paid $100 for it? No, but because I did get it in the drop shop, I'm thrilled to have this one. Sometimes I do use it, like if I go traveling, sometimes I'll just take this because it's easy, it has everything I need in it. I'm gonna kind of jump around, sorry for the people, like if it's really bothering your OCD. This one here is the Glamlight X Frosted Flakes. This one's also really, really pretty when you want like a blue, like a really good blue. Let me get a couple of swatches on here. Oh, Glamlight has such good formula. Like look at those are so pretty. I'm gonna do them there. And that's those. This one I got, I want to say it like TJ Maxx or Ross, one of those two. Love this one. I'd give this one 8 out of 10. And it would probably get more than an 8 out of a 10. It's just what it is I don't wear blue super often. So kind of because I don't reach for it a lot, I docked a point. But if I like really loved blue and blue was my favorite color, this would definitely be probably my favorite palette. And the Moonshroom, 9.5. And the Ofra palette, I'd probably only give the Ofra palette like a 6, but that specific highlighter in there, 10 out of 10. And just to get all my Ofra palettes out of the way, this is the Charm Your Cheeks Mini Mix palette by Ofra. Anything from Ofra is really good. I do love these blushes. Let's see if I can. I do have, because I have other makeup on my fingers, I'm about to wash them right now. But these are really nice. I will probably take this traveling with me. 9 out of 10. And this here, ooh, I like this one a lot too. Actually, I might take this one. This one I like more than the big one. So the giant one that I said was only like a 6, I'd give this one a solid 8.5. Because this is, I think, kind of more wearable for some reason than the other one. I reach for this one more because this has the Rodeo Drive is one of the colors in here, but then there's other colors too, and sometimes I'll just swirl in all of them and then mix it on, and then it gives like a little bit of pink to the highlight. And then these are actually pretty wearable colors. I use this as like a crease color, even though it's technically a bronzer, I think. And this blush is totally wearable day to day. I think I am going to use that for my travel bag because I'm going to go out of town soon. And this here is the Full Fantasy Blush palette from Lunar Beauty. I love anything Lunar Beauty. I have a lot of Lunar Beauty, so you will see a lot of it. These two highlighters are super pretty, and the blushes are also really pretty. I give this solid 9.5 out of 10. Let me wipe my hands off so I can swatch these. All right, so I got my hands cleaned off. So these two highlighters, look at those. Ugh. And here's this pretty baby pink. I like this peachy keen one. And this one I use for a bronzer. I think it's meant to be like a blush for deeper complexions, but because it is kind of that tone, I use it for contour and or bronzer. Let's see, I'll do that one. Baby pink, super cute. So that's those two highlighters. I did the smallest swatch of those blushes. I don't know if you can see them. I definitely reach for this one a lot. And then this one here is that nude prism one I was talking about. I've used this one a lot of times, and surprisingly it has a lot of life still left in it. That white one is super pretty. His shimmers, oh my gosh, are so good. Let's see. I just like glitter. I don't know, not glitter per se like actual glitter, but just like glittery or shimmery, I guess you could say. Oh. Look at those shimmers. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see that. Those are all super pretty. I'm just gonna put these over those blushes. Super pretty, pretty, pretty. This is definitely, out of all of my palettes, probably say in my top 5. Definitely in my top 5. Just because this one, and look at those mattes. They're just, they blend super easily. I'm gonna go like that. Like, look at those. They're so pigmented, and they blend super easy for as pigmented as they are. These blend so well. And this is the blush that goes with the Nude Prism palette. This blush palette is really, really pretty too. This one, I love this bright pink one. This is probably my most used one in here. That one in Blaze, and sometimes I'll kind of mix them to tone down this one a little bit. Pink Prince is cute too when you just want like a nice little light, extra girly, just light flush of like pinkness. These are, actually let me pull all of these out while I'm at it. I want to say these are all my Beauty Bakery things. I really like the Beauty Bakery stuff. I think I just heard that they went out of business too, which makes me really sad. This was my favorite highlighter palette for the longest time. These are so pretty. Such pretty highlighters. I don't know like what, because they're affordable, like everything is good from them that I've tried, so I don't know what happened to them. This is that eyeshadow, that highlighter palette. I'd give a 9. This is The Proof is in the Pudding. I got this in a BoxyCharm as well. This one's nice for if you're just going neutral. Sometimes I take this one traveling just because sometimes I don't want to take my favorite things traveling for in case I mess them up. And this one is good enough to where I know it's going to do what I want, but if something happens to it, it's not the total end of the world. And this one is Breakfast in Bed, also by Beauty Bakery. Don't smell anything, but this one is kind of more of like, I'd say like a fall palette. This one's pretty good too when you're in like a, I don't want to call this grungy, but like when you just want like a deeper, smokier situation. Pretty. Maybe I'll pull this out and use some of this later. And this one, oh my goodness. This is their Blush Lighter palette. Now this one, what's funny about this is these ones I don't use too much, but this one I love. And I love this palette because of this one. When I first got this palette, I wore that color every day for like a solid couple of weeks. It's really, really pretty. Like, it almost reminds me of that NARS one, you know, the one that's the super popular one with the provocative name. It's just so pretty. I think that's why, because that used to be my OG favorite blush, is the NARS Orgasm. Now it's, and then so when I got this and I was using it every day, it reminded me of that, and I was like, yes. Oh, and I guess I could see why. It is like a pinky peach, and the shimmer that is in there is gold. So makes sense. This one here is the Lunar Beauty Full Fantasy. His packaging is always so lovely and nice. This one's a really nice one too. For some reason though, I feel like this is my least reached for palette from Manny. Not sure why, because I do really like this. But I think mostly because lately I've been reaching for Moonshroom a lot, but if I'm trying to go like neutral, I usually go for Nude Prism, and then if I'm looking for like purplies, I kind of go into the Siren Sunset one. But sometimes I do jump into this one, like if I want to add like a little color, like I'll do Nude Prism and then I'll jump into this for like little color pops if I want to. Super pigmented as usual. His shimmers are so nice. Oh, look at that gold. Ah! Yeah, so this always stays out either way though. I do, not that I don't reach for it, it's just for some reason I feel like this one I reach for less. And this one, look at the packaging on this one. Oh, this is Siren Sunset. I love this palette. The only thing is kind of like, I wear this one the least just because it's so like out there, and to wear like those kind of colors every day, I don't think most people do. But these colors here, definitely wearable. But anytime I need like a bluey purple, always jump into this one. Sometimes this one mixed with that other one. I really like Water Nymph because look, it's like a, like, I don't know if you can tell, but what I like about this palette is this one has like multi-chromes as opposed to duochromes. Like see, that one's like a pink to purple to white to blue situation, and this one's like yellow to like a blue green. Like they do a lot of stuff. So those two are really pretty. And this one, it's purple, but it's also, it's, let me see, in the pan, no, it looks purple in the pan. So when I'm looking at it right now, it looks like a brown. Like it goes from like a brown to purple. I'm trying to make it so you could see it, but yeah, see from certain angles. Let me swatch them, maybe that'll help. See that one? Ah! See how it goes from like a, oh my gosh, I love this one on the end. This one's really pretty too. So is this one. Those are all really pretty. And then this one is Silver Sea. It's like a nice silvery one. This one I think is a regular shimmer. Siren Song, gold, and then this purple one. Did I just mix those? This one's like a blue to purple. I'm not sure if you can see that, but like, look at those. I love them. So that's Miss Siren Sunset. I give her a 9 out of 10 as well. And like I said, the 9 is probably more just because I just don't use it as much as I would like, because it is louder than you know, my other ones. This one used to be my favorite one of all time for the longest time. This is Miss Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. Just look at those colors. Oh, I love this one. So soft. Uh-oh. Might be drying out on me a little bit. So pretty. Not all of them, just this blue one. Let's see. This one looks like it's starting to try and dry on me. But actually, I'm gonna pull this one out. Keep her out because I love this, because there's so many, like there's neutrals, and this is a nice like spring summer palette, I feel like. And I haven't used her in a while because I've been obsessed with my Lunar Beauty palettes. Oh, that one's pretty. That one's Golden Glitch. Look how pretty that one is. Oh, I need to figure out what that one was. This purple one is really pretty. This one right there. That one's pretty. It's like, I don't know if you can tell. I'm trying to zoom and get closer. But it's like a silver to purple to blue. There's like lavender and purple glitters in there. So pretty. And just to plow through the rest of my Luna Beauties, this one is the Moon Prism Blush palette. I actually got this one in BoxyCharm last month. This one's super pretty. I love Soleil. They're all really cute though. This one I totally use for bronzer. Love those. And look at the packaging. This one's way different than the other blush palettes, in my opinion. And this is the Moon Shroom Highlighter Palette. This is the one that I'm wearing today for blush. Actually, I usually use it as like a blush lighter, just because it is pretty pigmented. And I love that. This one's super pretty. I keep this one in my top drawer now. And now let's plow through my Too Faced palettes. So this is the Natural Mattes. Still smells really good. I'm not sure what the scent is supposed to be, but it kind of smells like vanilla-y, like cupcakey. This one is really nice if you just want a neutral look, matte neutral look. They blend super great. I feel like this is when their formula was still really good. I just like I love Too Faced palettes because they're scented. I love scented palettes. I know a lot of people don't, but I originally started liking them because of the scents and their themes, because everything's like themed and scented, and I just love that. And then of course the product is usually good on top of that, but the scents is a big reason why I originally started liking them. These are the little Christmas palettes from last year. This one is, what's this one? They don't have names or anything, but this is the gingerbread one. They're little snow globes. And it has a blush in there too, which I kind of like. And they had this on the back for in case you wanted to like split them up and give them out for gifts, which I thought was a really cute idea. This one smells like, it smells like something sweet, like candy or something. That one's really cute. This one is the little angel one. And this one has, I want to say that's a highlighter at the bottom of this one. That smells good too. It smells sweet, but I can't tell what it smells like. Also has a little thing on the back. And this one here is a nice neutral one. Has a little peacock on the front. I don't know how peacocks got associated with Christmas, but I like this one. Also can't tell what this one smells like. I feel like these ones have the least scent out of all of them. I've noticed more in the recent launches that they've had, things are less scented. I remember before it was like bam scented. Now it's like really light. I think they wanted to try and make both people happy, like the people who hated the scents. They wanted to, you know, make it not so strong for them, but then the people who liked them for their scents, they wanted to keep the scents to keep them happy. So it was like, I think what they did is they just went in the middle and just made things still scented, but like less scented. At least that's my theory. This one I love. This one I can't really smell. It says it supposedly smells like pancakes. This is another one that's new that I can barely smell. It supposedly smells like pancakes. I can't smell it. But I do really like this palette. This one's really pretty. Maple syrup pancakes. I love the greens, the browns. Like this one, you have so many looks that you can get out of it. This one I really like. I love this. I think I'm gonna take this one with me. So I'm gonna keep that out. This is Pop the Cork, also from their last year collection. My dog chewed it. Love her. Which made, I think, this kind of dry out on me because this is pretty new. This one I can smell though. It does smell like the fizzy bubbly. Although the like, see, this one's kind of dried out on me. To be fair, it's pretty much open air because it has been chewed. So that's probably why this one dried out. It used to be really pretty though. But that's their New Year's one. Teddy bear, love this one. This one still has the teddy bear, like the honey golden graham scent. I like this one a lot. This is one of my favorite ones. And I like the packaging on this one. I like the tins, the ones that they have the tins for. It's really great. Actually, I want to say, I think we got this one in Italy too. So it's like a special one. This is Sweet Peach. This is the tin packaging. That one smells still. I love this one. I love the little green. I love green eyeshadow. I don't know why. I really like green eyeshadow. And it's funny because I don't really like the color green outside. Like, I don't like just green things, but for some reason I really like green eyeshadow. This is a really nice palette too. I like this color here, the caramelized. I don't know if you could see it. There we go. That green. Pretty, pretty. And this is the Italian Spritz palette. I love this palette. I want to say this might be my favorite palette from them out of all of them. And just because this one's really fun and summery, and it reminds me of Italy. And the packaging, look at that, it's so fun. I love that. That one's really fun. That and this one, but this one for, you know, I guess sentimental reasons you could say. And this one's really pretty too. This one is the Pinker Times Ahead. This one kind of reminds me of that Italian Spritz one, but I do really like this one. Look at that pretty golds. Ugh. And there's this green in here. This one's really pretty. This one's really pretty. Ah, those are so pretty. It just sucks because you only have so many eyeballs, you know? Like, I love all of these eyeshadow palettes, but I can't wear every color on my eye. I just possibly can't do it. So I should start wearing fun eyeshadow every day. This one, I know people were like kind of bagging on this one for some reason, and I'm not sure why, because I like this one a lot. And so I didn't get it for the longest time because everyone tried to say it was like horrific, and I'm like, I really like that one. So, you know, everyone has their own opinions on stuff. So I feel like sometimes if people say they hate something, unless it's like very obviously just bad. You know, try it yourself, or like go in the store and try it or something before just taking someone's word completely for, you know, gospel. I think this is my last Too Faced one. There's probably more, but this is Let's Play. This one's really cute too. This pink is really pretty. That white shimmer is really pretty. I like this pink. That pink is really pretty. I just recently started really liking pink on my lids too for some reason. Let's see, and this is Pat McGrath. This one I got at, I want to say TJ Maxx. This is one of those cool ones with the little side thing that holds it open. It's a pretty palette. The thing is though that I've noticed is it does not want to like stay on. Like it feels smooth and great, and they're beautiful shimmers. But what I noticed is for some reason, like they come right off. Like they'll look pretty, like initially, like see, look how pretty that is. But if you just like walk around with it, it's almost like it vanishes. Like you have to like either use like some sort of like setting spray or something. Like I just did one little wipe on that and it kind of just came right off. I didn't even have to spray my hand. But it's really, really pretty. You just have to use a primer, and then, you know, everything will, and then it's fine. But look at that blue. Ooh, that's pretty blue. Pretty, I love her. I wouldn't say I super love her though. Like this one, to be honest, I'd give this one like a 7 out of 10. It's nice. I'm not saying it's bad by any means, but you know, for like considering the price, I don't know why it just comes off like that. They are pretty though. I'm trying to like plow through these so it's not like a 27-hour video. So if you want like more in-depth like reviews or just a more in-depth look at any of the palettes or even eye looks or whatever, just leave it in the comments, and then that way I can kind of go back on it, because this is like the quickest kind of speed reviews ever that I can do, just because I want to show you all my palettes, but I don't want it to be like, here's a 7-hour video for you to watch, you know? Yeah, so. And here's a little Ofra palette. This one's really pretty. This one I got in a BoxyCharm too. This is the Signature palette. Symphonies, I think is what it's called. I mean, this one's okay. It's not super amazeballs, but I wouldn't say it's bad. I mean, the formula's great and all. I just don't reach for it a ton for some reason. Not sure why. Kind of just, I don't usually go for these colors too much. And then when I do, I feel like if I'm going for something like this, I'll go into like my Lunar Beauty palettes. So I just, it's stuff that I have these colors in other brands that I'm, I guess, I don't want to say more biased to, but that I like more. So I tend to reach for those ones more than this one. This one's really good too. This is the Huda Beauty Empowered. This one is gorgeous. I like this one. This one's like a nice wearable neutral, but these golds are crazy. So if you don't want to be neutral and nothing too loud, but you want like some bling and shimmer, these ones. Like, look at that gold. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love glitter. Glitters, I'm such a squirrel. And look at that one. The only thing is, look, these two are wildly similar. Like, that's the only gripe I do have. Although this one's more of like a glitter and this one's more of a shimmer, because this one, see how this one's kind of like how it kind of gets everywhere because it is drier. The other one's more of like a, let's see if I can see, this one's more of like a shimmer. This one, if you like tap it, see it kind of flakes off a little bit, so you do have to use a primer for that one, but it's, and it kind of wipes right off. So yeah, you definitely need a primer. But everything else is good. These two creams, like I like that she tried to do something different. I seem to have issues on finding the best way to use them, because you have to set them or else, you know, they kind of move around on you. So, yeah, I don't know. And this one here is the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. That was a tongue twister. This one was a beauty boost from BoxyCharm, so I was thrilled about that. I like this one. This is kind of a pastel-y one. Kind of screams spring to me. Maybe I should leave it out and try and use some more of this one. Love her. If you're into pastels, you'd really like this. I don't wear a ton of pastels though, so I don't reach for it super often, but the shimmers are really pretty. Like if you want like a certain type of shimmer that's kind of pastel leaning. Oh look, I haven't even taken off the little thing on here. Let's do it. I can start it. There we go. Oh yeah. And this one I do love. This one I love a lot. This one is the Zendo palette by Miss Natasha Denona. This one's really, really pretty. I love these this blue-green situation over here and the peaches and stuff. This one's pretty. 9 out of 10 for this one. 7. And this is one of her little mini ones. They were doing these little minis for a while, and I did like this. This is the Jubilee one. These are some Wonder Beauty ones. I really like the Wonder Beauty palettes. Has my greens that I like. The pinks are really pretty. This one's actually really pretty. This one, and then this one is the sweetest. This one is Trailblazer, and this one is Wonder Beauty Sweet Escape. This one's really pretty too. Those purples are so pretty. And this one here on Holiday, look at that. That's a really pretty color. Oh yeah. Ooh. I gotta put it on the other side so they match. Pretty. That pink one 10 out of 10. And these two are Violet Voss. I know I have some more Violet Voss one summer. I'm sure I'll find them as I keep going. This one is the Sun-Kissed Summer. I love that one. I'm definitely going to pull this one out. Use some more of her this summer. And then this one we just got. I want to say either last month or the month before last month. Although I feel like the quality on this one isn't as good as this one for some reason. This blush is kind of pretty though. I do like that it's kind of like, it has the bronzer and the blush, and these colors makes it nice for if you just want to do one palette for everything, or travel with it, or you know, anything like that. It makes it easy to just have one thing. Hold this one out. Haha. Yeah, this is another Violet Voss. This one was the one that made me start liking Violet Voss. This one is so pretty. I used to do Champagne and this one just with my finger, and I would put this one on the first half, this one on the second half, and then blend them together. These were so pretty together. I liked this one a lot. Found the other Natasha Denonos. This one is the Cupid palette. This one's really cute too. Although it says Cupid, like it's gonna be like a pinky situation. This is really just neutral kind of brownie. It's kind of weird. But anyway, although the packaging is pinkish red, so it's like, oh, it's gonna be pink. And then in the pictures, it looked like it was gonna be pink, but then we got it and it was brown. I was so confused. And then this one is the Alloy palette, which is really close to the other one. This one's more, definitely more yellowy, like a more orangey yellow, where this one's like an actual brown. But don't they look really, really similar? Besides obviously this golden shimmer. But I definitely like these still. Another Ofra. This is actually a face palette. This is the Midi face palette. This is the light one. The highlighter in the middle is Star Island. And the bronzers are Key West and Islamorada. This is just a blush palette by Toyco. I want to say we might have got this in a Ipsy Glam bag. I know it somehow came from there. This is the Sweet Potato palette from Beauty Bakery. I got this at TJ Maxx for like $3, $2, either $2 or $3. This one's called, it's Beauty Bakery Bite Size, whatever that means. Is a highlighter palette. This one's by Touch and Soul. Oh, I never realized that. This is by Touch and Soul. This is the Pretty Filter Glowdient Makeup Palette. Made in Taiwan. I didn't realize this was by Touch and Soul. I thought I had never tried anything from Touch and Soul. This one also came from BoxyCharm. Half of, like 80% of my stuff is from BoxyCharm. Besides, obviously, Lunar Beauty, Too Faced, all that. Oh man, but a lot of stuff. BoxyCharm. This Mimosa palette. I remember this was like all the rage a little bit ago, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. This is by BH Cosmetics. I love this one. Weekend Vibes Mimosa palette. I don't know what happened to them either. They kind of disappeared. Ooh, this one's still really creamy. Look at how pretty those are. Lovely. I'm covered in glitter. Those are really pretty. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Strawberry Feels palette. This one's super cute and super pretty. This is like the only one that made me actually want to try something from her brand. Is this one. And it is super pretty. This is a Ciate London palette. This is the Royal Edition. This one's pretty good. There's nothing wrong with it, I would say. The green is really pretty. This white one called Diamonds, also super pretty. And the mattes are not bad either. I like this one. I think they have a good formula. They used to be a lot more popular than now, though. I think just a lot of more makeup brands came out and they kind of got pushed to the side. And I haven't really heard of them coming out with anything new. Yeah, I haven't heard of them coming out with anything lately, now that I think about it. Maneater Tarte. This was this last month? I think it was, no, this was the month before last month, I want to say. This one is a nice palette. I wouldn't say it's the best one ever. Maybe by Tarte, yes, but some of them are kind of lackluster, but they do blend really well, and the mattes are decent. But some of them, some of the shimmers are kind of just meh. The ones with the like cheetah pattern are all really good. These ones that are like the flat shimmers, they're kind of, I mean, they're shimmery, but I think I've just been spoiled by like Lunar Beauty and some other brands with like really blinging shimmers, to where when the shimmer's not as shimmery as I want it to be, it's not, I don't know, you know? This is another Ciate London palette. This is the Spice palette. This one's decent too. I wouldn't say it's anything revolutionary, but it is really nice. Super soft. Those mattes are super rich and buttery. That shimmer's nice. Like this one. This one I got in, whoa. I don't know if I got this in a Allure Beauty box or in a BoxyCharm. I can't remember for some reason, but I do like this one a lot. This is like a blush, just like a cheek palette, as blush, as highlight, as a like a blush highlight thingy, like a blush lighter, I guess you could say. This one highlight, these two blushes over here. These are cute. I like these. And this one, super pretty. These ones are all glowy. This is the Blush and Glow palette. This is by Eloise. We got this in BoxyCharm. Aether Beauty, also BoxyCharm. This was I really liked this one when I first got it. So I don't know why I haven't used it more. This color right here. Pretty. And that's super bright pink. And there's like greeny browns, kind of like olivey colors. This one super surprised me. This one we got in the glam bag, and this one was super cute. And these were actually really good shadows. I liked these ones. I was surprised by this one. This we got in BoxyCharm, but I don't really use it too much because it's kind of too dark. This is the Ultimate Sculpt Face Palette. What color did they give me? It doesn't say, but I want to say this was like medium, or maybe it was even deep, because see, like, they're just, I don't know, most of them are too dark for me. This Dominique palette I really, really like. It's called the Essentials palette, because supposedly you're supposed to be able to do like a full face with it. Like this color, you're supposed to be able to use as a blush as well. Like these are supposed to be like multi-purpose. And these ones, like this, you can use as like an eyeliner or whatever. The shimmers are really pretty. This one you can supposedly use to set your under eyes and stuff like that if you happen to be close to this color. I actually used it to do a full face, and I got a full face out of it. This one's really nice, and the packaging is like heavy and sturdy. This one's really nice. I do like this one a lot. And the Moment palette, this is also Dominique. This one's super pretty too. I like her makeup. I haven't tried too much from her, but these two are nice. I had another palette from her that I just refound, and then I re-lost it. And I'm not sure what to it. But it was like a little 4-pan palette. I forgot what it was called, but we got it in Box Charm, and I really liked it. I don't know what happened to it. This is Urban Decay Wild Greens. This is a nice one. I think what I'm gonna do is go through all these just one by one and do like a look per palette. Just on shorts though, so it's not like a bajillion really long videos. And just use every single one of these palettes. These 80H palettes are the best. This one I got in BoxyCharm back when they had the premium. Remember when they were doing the premiums and they had like the takeovers and stuff? This one I got in that one. This one from TJ Maxx. These are really good. I used to use these as mirrors because look at how huge this mirror is. A lot of times I will just have one of these out to use for the mirror. This is volume 3. This is the more orangey one. And then this one is volume 2. This one's like blue, green, with a couple pops of pinks and purples. That one's really pretty. This one is an all glitter palette. These are all pressed glitters. This one's called Electric Disco. This one's by Cara Beauty. This one I got at TJ Maxx. And look at it. It has every single color of glitter you'd ever need. So if you're doing your makeup and you're like, I wish I had a colored glitter to go with this. Only palette you need for that. Try to make it so you can, let's see. I'm trying to make it not zoom in on me, but just the, well, if I do it this way, you can see them. But I would say use a, well, they do stick pretty well. Because they're like, it is pressed glitters, but there's some kind of like gooey medium that's holding the glitter together. It's not just like loose glitter. Like there's something that's like almost like a, I don't want to call it a grease, but it feels kind of like almost like coconut oil or something that's holding it together. What are the ingredients? Is there ingredients on here? Okay, so there's paraffin and microcrystalline wax, whatever that is. Either way, it works. Another Ciate London palette. I swear these were all we would get in BoxyCharm for a while, is all these Ciate Londons. All of these are good palettes, so I'm not super mad at it. This one's like a peachy, neutral, goldy brown kind of situation. Yeah, you know what's funny is going through all of my palettes, it's really just making me want to go back and use every single one of them. Because, you know, girl math, right? It makes them like, it's like you paid less money for them the more you use them. Like if you go back and use all your old palettes. I mean, because if you have this many palettes, you really need new palettes. Like seriously, especially if you've been using other ones for a while. When you reuse these old ones, it's like using new palettes. Like I'm going through these, and when I'm getting down to like the bottom of my drawer, I'm just like, I forgot about all these really good palettes that I haven't been using because I've been using the newer ones that I just got. And I totally could have, you know, I can use these. I can use these. I will. These ones, there's more. We're about 2/3 of the way down though. Something like that. We'll see. Oh, I love this palette. This palette though, I really think is a knockoff for the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism. Like when you look at them next side by side, they look almost the same, except their glitters, you see how they're like really like weirdly chunky? And this one's mostly mattes and there's only 4 shimmers, but like this shimmer's nice here. These ones though, like I don't like it when it's like the flakes like that. You see how it just looks like that weird crunchy, like it just, ugh. But when it all rubs out, it does look like that, but it just, I don't like the way it looks in the palette. Ooh, that one's pretty. Holy cannoli. Okay, you see how this looks like a purpley pink situation? That does not look like that in the pan, does it? See how it's like pink? That one's called Starry Night. I'm definitely busting this back out. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention. What I did like about these is, look, the mirror comes off, which is super fun. And it's a magnet. I don't know if you guys have realized that, but I found it out on accident one time. I was doing something with it, and somehow it came off, and I was like, what? Fun. Fun. Love this palette. Keeping this on top, because I want to use this soon. This is just a super old Mary Kay palette. I accidentally pulled out. This is one, it's like a little full face little situation. Has the blush, the 3 eye colors. It had a couple of brushes in the bottom. There was like a blush brush, the eyeshadow brush, and all that. I used this for like ages before. This is like the makeup that I used before I started using good makeup. Not that Mary Kay is not good makeup, but like, you know, like makeup. Sense. I don't know. This is the Ace Beauty Violet Sage. I love this one. Pinks and greens, my favorites. I'm totally into this one. I love this one. I'm gonna have to pull this one back out and use too soon. Dang, I can only use so many. I have a lot of videos to get on, I guess. Okay, so Ace Beauty Nostalgia. Oh, this one is bright. I love this one. This is like festival makeup, like rave makeup. I've never been to a rave, but I figure like if you're trying to be like at some sort of crazy thing like that and you want your makeup to be bright and crazy and stand out, I feel like this would work. This is El Maquillage. I don't remember when they were doing a 97 million foundation commercials for the longest time, and got everybody roped in. This is the Morphe X Cherry Coke in the tin. This is the first Morphe palette I tried. Because it had the tin, which reminded me of like Too Faced, so I was like, oh, maybe it's good. I actually really like this palette too. Ooh, I should do like a cherry coke makeup, because you know how they have the cherry coke lips and the cherry coke everything. Do the cherry coke lips with cherry coke eyeshadow. Iconic London. This one's Booming and Gleaming. These ones I feel like are just okay. They're decent, but I mean, they are good. I don't know why I don't use these more. I feel like I would use this more if I didn't have other palettes that I like better. These are actually pretty good palettes now that I just felt them, because that was really smooth. And this black you could totally use for like a if you're trying to go super smoky, or use it as like a liner to do like a smoky wing or like a blendy wing situation. And then this one is the Desk to Dance by Iconic London. I really love their they have this tan set spray that you could either use as like a tanning spray, but like before makeup, or you could use it as a setting spray. I freaking love that stuff. I literally have like 3 bottles of that. So I do like some of the stuff they do. This color here, which is interesting, it looks like a blue-green, but for some reason when you mix it, it's brown. I'm so confused. See, that totally looks green. I promise you that looks green. And then when you look at it on your finger, like, it's crazy. This one makes my brain hurt. But it's a pretty color. And then this pink one, let's try this one. And this one here is Ace Beauté, Falling for You. I love this one because this color right here is called Autumn. I'm such a dork. That is a bright orange called Candy Corn. It's almost like highlighter bright. It's like this, it's like a reddish orange. It's literally the exact color of my outfit that I'm wearing. Is also a Tarte palette. We got this one in the Tarte takeover box when they were doing the takeover boxes for like a few months, when they had those with BoxyCharm Premium. This was the one that came in the Tarte. It's, I mean, the shadows themselves are decent, but they're almost all the same color. Like these two right here are almost identical. These two almost identical. These two really close. And then there's one lighter and one darker. And then I also have that James Charles palette that he did with Morphe that has like every color in the rainbow. I have that one. And then I have a couple others that are hiding around somewhere, but I think that's the bulk of all of my eye and face palettes. So I hope you enjoyed digging through all of my palettes with me. Let me know if you want me to do anything with any of them in particular, and if you have any of the palettes, if they're some of your favorites, and which ones are your favorites out of mine, which ones are favorites that maybe you didn't see in here that are your favorites that maybe I don't have. Leave them in the comments, and I will see you in my next video.